Ladies and gentlemen, we got another exoneration story, this time 48 years behind bars for a murder that they never committed. So, an Oklahoma judge ruled a man who spent 48 years. How the hell can you do that to somebody? Seriously, how do you do that to someone? No, you got to be a real bona fide demon to do these kind of things to a person. All right, so he was in there for a murder. He was finally found innocent for a murder he never took part in, of course. So, an Oklahoma judge has exonerated a man who spent nearly 50 years in prison for murder, the longest serving inmate to be declared innocent of a crime. Glenn Simmons, 71, who was released in July after prosecutors agreed that key evidence in the case was not turned over to his defense lawyers, was ruled innocent Thursday. You notice how much these sneaky demons always trying to hide evidence? They knew he was innocent. That's why they didn't turn that evidence over to the defense, because they already knew he didn't do it. But they went ahead and put this man in jail anyway. That's a mind of a devil. Only a devil would do that. So, anyway, the court find by clear and convincing evidence that the offense for which Mr. Simmons was convicted, sentenced, and imprisoned was not committed by Mr. Simmons, according to the ruling by Oklahoma County District Judge Amy Palumbo. So Simmons served 48 years, 1 month, and 18 days since his conviction, making him the longest in prison U.S. inmate to be exonerated, according to data kept by the National Registry of Exonerations. Ain't that pathetic, y'all? They have exonerated so many people, they got a registry filled with people that has been, y'all, some, oh, this system needs to die. It needs to die. Simmons said afterwards that he feels vindicated after his time in prison that included initially being sentenced to death row for something he didn't even do. Mm, mm, mm. It's a lesson in resilience and tenacity, Simmons said during a brief news conference following the ruling. Don't let nobody tell you that it can't happen, because it can. Wow. Simmons has maintained his innocence, saying that he was in Louisiana at the time of the 1974 slaying of Carolyn Sue Rogers inside an Edmond liquor store. He and the co defendant Don Roberts were both convicted in 1975 of the murder and initially sentenced to death. Their sentences were reduced to life in prison in 1977 after U.S. Supreme Court filings related to capital punishment. Roberts was released on parole in 2008. Lumbo in July ordered a new trial for Simmons after District Attorney Vicky Bahena said prosecutors had failed to turn over evidence in the case, including a police report that showed an eyewitness might have identified other suspects in the case. But they hid all of this, y'all, from the defense attorney. You see how demonic their entire criminal justice is? Satan himself had to put it together. Behenna in September said there was no longer any physical evidence in the case against Simmons and announced she would not retry him, though she opposed declaring him actually innocent. A spokesperson for Behenna declined immediately on Wednesday. So the ruling makes Simmons eligible for $175,000 in compensation from the state for wrongful conviction and opens the door for a federal lawsuit against Oklahoma City and law enforcement involved in Simmons' arrest and conviction, defense attorney Joe Norwood said Wednesday. $175,000 for you losing, literally losing 48 years of your life. That's chump change. That's, oh boy. Compensation, though, is likely years away, Norwood said. Simmons, currently living on donations while undergoing treatment for cancer. Oh, man. Wow. That was detected after his release from prison. Glenn is having to live off of GoFundMe. Yeah, well, he can't do that forever. That's literally how the man is surviving right now, paying rent, buying food, Norwood said, getting him compensation, and getting compensation is not for sure, is in the future, and has to sustain himself now. That is absolutely rotten. $175,000 from the state for wrongfully jailing him for 48 years. That is disgusting that they are even able to get away with that. Yeah, he needs to get them really good on the federal level, for real. Mm, mm, mm. Boy, we can't catch a break. Y'all tell me what you think about this story. This makes me sick to my stomach. It really do. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.